15 bizarre facts about America you won't believe are true. Think you know everything there is to know about America? Then you're smarter than the average person. It turns out a large percentage of native-born United States citizens can't correctly answer simple questions on the official U.S. citizenship test. But beyond the basics, there are a few crazy facts about America that most people never heard before. Ahead, beef up your trivia knowledge and get ready for 15 facts about the USA that will blow your mind. 1. There is no official language in the United States. Welcome to the melting pot, where most people speak English, a huge portion of people speak Spanish, and if you speak just about any other language, you're bound to find a community of folks who share that same form of communication. There are more than 350 languages spoken in the US too. 1 in 8 people in the United States has been employed by McDonald's. McDonald's may not be the biggest fast food chain in the world, but they certainly are the most popular. Perhaps that's why everyone from high school kids to working parents and retirees has donned the uniform and flipped burgers. In fact, McDonald's hires around 1 million workers every year in the United States. 3. Russia sold Alaska to the United States for 2 cents per acre. Talk about a bargain buy. The largest state in the nation by far is Alaska, and it came cheap at just $7.2 million total. In just 50 years following the purchase, America made their money back more than 100 times over. The Russians probably didn't know about the gold, right? 4. Arizona and Hawaii don't observe daylight savings time. Many people believe that daylight savings time was implemented for farmers, but that's not true. In fact, most farmers are against it. The practice started during World War I in the German Empire. And despite all the opposition, most of the country follows it, except for Arizona and Hawaii. 5. Cows outnumber humans 3-1 in Montana. It's a good thing cows don't want to stage a mutiny against people, because in Montana they'd probably win. The number one industry in this state is agriculture, and livestock accounts for 2/3 of it. There are approximately 2.6 million cattle in Montana and just over 1 million humans residing there. 6. Other countries think it's weird that college sports are so popular. Europeans cannot fathom the popularity of March Madness. America is the only country that celebrates college sports and elevates their players to elite status. It is a little strange when you think about it technically, college athletes are just students doing extracurricular activities. 7. In the US, 40% of babies are born to unmarried women. It wasn't always this way, but for the 8th year in a row, a whopping 40% of all babies were born to unwed mothers. That's in stark contrast to 1940, when just 3.8% of babies had unmarried parents. That number didn't hit 10% until 1969. 8. 1 in 3 Americans is obese. Ask 50 different people what caused the obesity epidemic, and you'll get 50 different answers. Still, the fact remains that 1 in 3 Americans qualifies as obese, according to BMI charts. Associated illnesses cost the nation $315 billion in healthcare expenses, and it keeps getting worse and more expensive every year. 9. It's legal for children to smoke. This one just seems like a huge oversight. Despite the incredible health risks and addictive nature of cigarettes, it is legal for children under 18 to light up and smoke a cigarette, except in Nevada. It's just illegal for them to purchase the cigarettes. 10. Most presidents were born in Virginia. Maybe it's because of the close proximity to the nation's capital? Whatever the reason, 8 United States presidents were born in Virginia, including 4 of the first 5. They were George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, James Monroe, William Henry Harrison, John Tyler, Zachary Taylor, and Woodrow Wilson. 11. If you have a $10 bill and no debt, you are wealthier than 15% of all American citizens. The American way is to borrow money to buy the things you don't have. Student loan debt, credit card debt, medical debt, mortgages, car loans, it all adds up, and the Federal Reserve found that a huge portion of the population has negative net value. 12. More people live in New York City than in 40 out of 50 states. Wrap your head around this for a minute. New York City may be geographically tiny, but it's home to 8.5 million people and growing. That's more bodies crammed into one location than the whole wide countryside, including 40 other states.